people are starting to become really intimidated by you lately, and we're going to find out why. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck, and this leads me to think that people are just really intimidated by your mysteriousness. Okay, you are not out here telling everyone your business. Okay, you're not out here, you know, being obnoxious, being in everyone's face. Like, you're really out here just being like on hush mode. Okay, you are moving in silence, and that is causing people to be side-eyeing you, being like, why are you so sneaky, da 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 da. People think that you are doing something really like sneaky behind their back, but you're just kind of like trying to execute like a master plan to get to the bag, or a master plan to reach your goals, or something like that. Like, you're not worried about all these other people. I have the Page of Wands here. I feel like a lot of people are just intimidated by the fact that you can just like switch up your path or your direction in life like on a whim. For some reason, I don't know why I'm getting that. Like, it's kind of giving that like you don't have to wait on anyone, or you don't have to wait, or the fact that you don't wait for a certain decision or for anyone to like validate you to like move forward or move in a different direction. That intimidates people, okay? Because I feel like you got some people who are secretly kind of competing against you, or secretly kind of in competition with you. And I feel like when you're not satisfied with something that's in your life, you change it immediately, okay? You don't sit around and meddle. You don't sit around and be like, let me wait for the right time. You do it lickety split. And I feel like a lot of people just like see that, and they, especially the people who are like competing against you, they get really like shook by that, because they're just like, whoa, I thought I was out to beat you, but you already just went like a whole different direction. So it's like, I feel like a lot of people just are intimidated by the fact that like you can just like change directions and also be on a path, a different path that's going to make you even more successful than the people that were competing against you. Okay, let's see, why else are people intimidated by you? Ooh. I kept getting like, people don't know like what you're like up to, like they don't know what you're doing for some reason. We have the World card here, so I feel like a lot of people are intimidated by like kind of like your loud personality, or like there's something about you where it's like, yes, you move in silence, but I feel like when people get into the know of you, or when people get to like talk to you, like you're not like a mouse. Like, you speak, like you have a voice on you, you know what I mean? And it's very powerful as well. And also I feel like the fact that you use your voice in certain ways is like, for example, like manifesting. Let's say like you say something, you want to do something, and then the next week or the next time people see you, like you're doing that same thing that you talked about. That's a form of like manifesting. And I feel like a lot of people get really intimidated by the fact that you're able to use your voice to manifest abundance into your life. You were able to use your voice to speak against people who are like doing wrong by you, or doing wrong by other people. So I feel like a lot of people get intimidated, or just like really like scared that like you are going to be calling them out on something, or like they're really scared that, you know, you're gonna kind of like boss up in front of their face by like speaking whatever you want into existence. We have the Two of Swords as well. So people are really intimidated by the fact that you can make like really good decisions for yourself in life. And I'm talking about like big life decisions. Let's say that like you want to move to like a certain city, and like everyone's like against it, everyone's telling you not to do it. Like, you know, you're gonna be like, they're like basically like spewing all of their negativity and fears onto you, but you do it anyway. But then at the same time, it's like they see you maybe later down the line, and like you're doing really well for yourself in that new city, or you're doing really well for yourself in like some sort of new environment that you made a decision to go towards, or a different path they made a decision to go towards. And people are just really shook by the fact that like you were able to do that on your own and not need anyone's help. And they're also shook by the fact that you didn't listen to any of their advice. A lot of these people like want you to rely on them for some reason. This probably could be just family members. Like, they want you to be kind of like stuck in some sort of like toxic type of thinking. Like, I feel like they don't want you to be like a free thinker, or they don't want you to like be free, if that makes sense. And I feel like that, coming back to like the World card, because this is like the card of freedom as well, I feel like a lot of people are intimidated by your freedom as well. Like, you could be the type of person who like probably doesn't have kids, you probably don't have like, you're probably just like single, you're probably just living life. You can like travel whenever you want, you can go out whenever you want. And so I feel like a lot of people are just intimidated by like that freedom aspect of yourself, especially if these are people who are like interested in you like romantically. I feel like a lot of people are just intimidated by the fact that you are just kind of like a free-spirited person, okay? Because I feel like some people just want someone that they can kind of like lock down or like keep in a cage, you know? But you're not that type of person. Like, you're gonna do what you want when you want to do it. You're not gonna like be locked down by anyone. Whoa. Okay. We have the Hermit card here. It's gonna be the last card. So going back to being like mysterious and quiet and I feel like a lot of people are also intimidated by the fact that you can be alone with yourself, because a lot of people nowadays cannot be alone with themselves. A lot of people need other people around them to feel like validated or to feel like less alone. But I feel like when you're alone, you feel like that's when you're most like at peace with yourself, or that's when you're most like yourself. And I feel like maybe people see you doing a lot of things alone, or people see you doing like a lot of like activities, going out to eat alone, doing like a lot of things alone by yourself. And I feel like a lot of people can be really intimidated by that because they can't do it themselves.